Welcome to a new episode of DBK, and you know, today we're talking, now everybody's gonna click away. Today we're discussing if a expensive survival knife is actually worth it, because there are so much expensive survival knives, Maarten.
Yeah.
And are they worth it?
It depends.
No, the answer is gonna shock you.
Oh, the answer is gonna shock you.
Why? We got these segments that we're gonna discuss because the answer is actually pretty interesting. It's not one-dimensional.
It's complicated.
It is complicated. So we got all these knives laid out here, displayed, whatsoever. And let's start off with the classic big survival knives, Maarten. We didn't take out our whole knife collection.
So Mikkie, what I'm seeing here is like, I see two of the typical overbuilt knives.
Yeah.
And something that is not overbuilt, but something that a lot of people would consider being a survival knife.
I just took out a few with one stereotype survival knife. Is this the Steel Eagle? This is the Steel Eagle.
Yeah, classic.
This looks exactly like the knife that Rambo would wield and
would
be a no-nonsense perfect survival knife.
Yeah, it actually, like, in terms of build quality, you would 100% be able to depend your life on this.
But you know what? I won't say that this is the best survival knife.
It wouldn't be my pick if I would go on a travel.
No, and I'm all about your pick. And then this one is here because this is probably the most known survival knife.
Let me tell you, this is a knife that a lot of people had to depend on for survival. Whereas I would not say it's a suitable survival knife at all.
The K-Bar USMC, and why we don't think it's suitable, it's because it's pretty weak. It breaks very quickly.
Yeah. Look at this. This one is bent in a video.
Yeah. And then we got the little stumpy but amazingly overbuilt half-breed blade.
Yeah.
It is CPM 3V, it will never break. But why do I not prefer these knives myself as a quote-unquote survival knife?
Tell me, Mikkie,
as
I don't know.
Owner of a knife channel. It's because it can only do rough work.
Yeah.
And it doesn't star in anything. It is not great at batoning. Well, whilst it should be like the best at batoning. Yeah. It's just, it won't break. The knife won't break.
You know what?
And it looks pretty badass, but in terms of carving, it's not the best carver.
No. These knives are pretty good at batoning because they're thick. These are the same category as something like a Becker BK2. And I consider these knives to be, for me, I always call them like around the shed knives. Like fun knives, they are fun to use, but around the shed, they are heavy. Maybe you can put them in the back of your car or whatever, but it's just a fun knife to chop with, to not worry about the knife, to baton with and do that kind of stuff.
Now let's go to the next segment, useful big knives. This part of the video is sponsored by Ensign Belt and Buckle. A very cool belt that will literally fit anybody.
Why? Because it's adjustable to any size.
Ensign Belt and Buckle is ideal for all us knife nerds, and you can make multiple combinations with it, so it will look good on any outfit.
It has a unique system that allows for an amazingly easy fit.
Now, when you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to build a box set, you get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free! 3 buckles and 3 straps. Mix and match them into 9 unique belt combos, all in one box. Click the link, build your set and upgrade your belt game today. Just a few examples.
I don't see any knives that I don't like. These are all very, very, very good knives in my opinion.
Maybe these are the best survival knives in terms of size.
Yeah.
Because we like them big.
It's like, these are the knives that are not too big to carry with you on your journey. So, you know, if the knife gets too big, you might never take it. But these are knives that you can carry on your belt. They don't feel too heavy, but they have the length to do most of the things. You know, like the knife that can do it all. It's not a master of all, it's a master of none, but a jack of all trades.
Martin, you sound like a poet. It's unbelievable. But to get back to our point of the title. This knife is a old school. It's a loco. It's like the old school survival knife.
Which literally means big knife.
Yeah.
in finish.
And this obviously is a survival knife because that's the way it was intended. But why I think in modern terms survival, what people like about survival is also indestructibleness.
Yeah, and
you
that's
don't
not
need,
this knife.
Yeah, this is more like what we now understand as a bushcraft knife.
Yeah, it's like a big bushcrafting knife.
Yeah. And you also pay for the handle because it's bogwood. You pay
It's
for
5,000 years old.
Yeah, you pay for the craftsmanship because somebody handcrafted this, a master smith.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the Alteen look at that D2 steel. Is it worth the money? For me it is.
Yeah.
Is it worth the money for survival? No, it is not. And that's the same point I have with the Top Steel Eagle. One of the reasons you pay a lot of money for it is because of the design. And in my opinion, this design is not worth it.
No.
You don't need to pay that money for survival. But the A1, Martin, your favorite knife, one of your favorite knives.
Yeah. So
or the Apocalypse, the TRC Apocalypse.
Something with the A1 is it's not the toughest of steels, but it has the convex. It can scrape a fire steel. It handles cold weather very well. It handles getting wet. It takes. That's the thing that I love with Valknieven in general. That's what I love with Valknieven in general is that these knives take care of you instead of you having to take care of them. They're stainless. They are warm. They don't rust. The handle doesn't need any care. And that kind of beats the negative point of the steel being a little bit brittle.
Could you
to
please?
become this?
Yes, please. Because also for all the new viewers, Valknieven is a batoning monster.
Yeah.
And they always say that stainless steel is weak. Just give it your all, Martin. Give it your all.
Nice.
That's what's possible with survival knives.
There's only one knife left standing, the TRC.
And it doesn't surprise me one bit, because this is a knife that kind of like demonstrates what a overbuilt survival knife can be, which is expensive, but still worth the price, because it has amazing steel. It's Elmex, it's like a very big chunk of Elmex, but everything is masterfully built.
Yeah.
Also the rounded edges, but still
being able to scrape fire steel.
Yeah, it's also got like these little details of a wider tip, which is better at batoning and all that kind of stuff. So this is made as a knife that could survive the apocalypse, just like you just saw just now.
Yeah.
It was the only one who survived. So in this case, I would say it is worth it.
Yeah, and Mikkie, these knives
if TRC doesn't make it more expensive, then it is worth it.
And look at this, like this knife, this size, it might be big, but look at these feather sticks. This has to do also with the convex, but look at this. It's so.
Yeah.
I just love the versatility of this size knife.
And then we go to one size bigger, Martin, because people say bigger is better for survival. But I don't necessarily believe that.
Well, Mikkie, it's true maybe to a certain point.
Yeah.
And when you go past that point, it kind of gets in the way.
Because now we're treading the, what is it, like 800 euro territory? I mean, how this felt even Thor.
Yeah.
How expensive is this?
I think that's somewhere between 600 and 800, yeah.
How expensive is this, what is it, UG tools?
Yeah.
This machete?
The same, I think.
So, this would be around, what is it, $800?
Yeah.
Something like that. And is it actually a more functional survival knife? People think this is the knife you need to take with you. It is. These are amazing knives, Martin.
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, this as a machete, it might be one of the best machetes
it's convex
in the world.
It is actually, for its size, is pretty light because it has a 3D printed hollow handle, and it's actually very sturdy. We tested it. So yeah, these are amazing knives.
There is one benefit to a knife this size.
Yeah.
And that is chopping a very big piece of wood. I know, I've given Martin's girlfriend the hard task of following us. A piece of wood this size normally needs batoning.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not possible
No.
with any other knife that is smaller than this.
Yeah.
Just because it's so good at chopping. So this wins in terms of chopping, and it wins in terms of probably batoning or just
Yeah.
hard knives use. But why I don't like this as a survival knife is because they say the best survival knife is the knife that you have with you. And what are the odds that you're going to take this knife with you to anywhere?
That's very slim. Of course, saying that, there are some situations like jungle survival where you would
Yeah, you would plan ahead.
Yeah, you would plan ahead and you would take a machete because that's what you do in the jungle.
So yeah, but then you have that whole jungle, that jungle theory, and I think that you are right. But do you actually benefit from the extra money that you spend on a knife, which is very luxurious, on a survival knife, or is something like a Tereva Scrama? Is it like almost as good? I mean, the Tereva Scrama is this how you handle my 650 euro knives? No, this just to get it clear. Is that how you handle my 600?
Mikkie, I think this knife is below 100. Yeah?
Yeah.
The Scrama. And I will show you if you had to. Like, look at this.
My God.
This is a tree. Yeah?
I am frightened how you dare to handle my knives. I kind of...
Never told it would be easy.
So, and this knife, not even 100 euros?
Yeah, I think it's around 100. Or maybe even under.
So,
Not sure. So the thing with this knife is, it's maybe not stainless, yeah? So it can rust in something like a jungle situation. But then again, this knife, it does also scrape a fire steel. It has a handle that, it's not a fancy handle. It's not 3D printed or it's not stacked leather like the NL1. But what this handle is very grippy, functional and warm in whatever climate you are.
So
actually, of these three knives, if I would take a knife this big to a survival situation, it might just be the Scrama.
Yeah, I think that's also my problem because it's also not that frightening, except if you carry this like in the middle of the city. But it's pretty okay. It just doesn't look that beautiful. But beauty is something you gotta pay a lot of money for. I mean, look at your girlfriend. She costs you a lot of money. But what a picture. Then the small knives, our favorite category, because to be honest, we talk about survival knives as a term because you hear a lot of people talk about survival knives as bigger knives that are able to chop better, destroy more. But I think if you'd ask someone like Ray Mears, I don't think he probably pick a different knife than his bushcrafting knife as a survival knife because he can do survival with that knife.
I think that's also the thing with survival is that a knife can compensate for the lack of skills.
Yeah.
And the more skills you have and the more knowledge, the less dependent you are on the type of knife. I mean, there are like Les Stroud.
Yeah.
He often survives with a multi-tool. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that, but like if you know how to properly make use of the tools that you have, then you don't need big and badass.
And to bring that title home from this video, Martin. Talking about money. I think the one direct correlation that all these knife segments have, all these knife sizes, is that functionality is so important in a survival knife. More than a knife that is made for a specific task, because you would pay more for that, so it would perform that task better, like a Puko. You pay more because you want that very expensive steel. You want that nice high ground that is made professionally. You want that beauty because that's your bushcrafting knife. But with a survival knife, you want extreme functionality.
Yeah.
And like my Rocker Corporasteria,
What a knife.
I always take out that knife as one of the best survival knives in the world because it is not that expensive.
Yeah.
It is extremely functional. I don't need to think about this knife except that it can rust, but it probably, well, hopefully it won't. This handle cannot break, and it still carves like one of the best knives in our entire collection. So
and compared to this one? Like this one will be better, but like marginally.
It is better, but like all the downsides that knife has in the wild, I would say, if you for survival, I mean, how much of us and people watching are going to be in an actual survival situation? Probably Mikkie, nobody.
There's one kind of thing that I notice around all these knives that we have stitched together here. Yeah. Like an expensive knife is very personal. Like if at work, if I say like, we made a budget-friendly knife, and they ask like, what does it cost? Like, 130 euros. Like, what? I would never pay that for a knife. Yeah. Yeah. So the knives that we have lined up here as like affordable options are kind of like, I think we ended up in the mid-tier. Yeah. Like these are all knives between 100 or just below 100 to 200 euros. Yeah. And I think that's kind of the conclusion of this video, is that is where the sweet spot is between build quality, steel, and price. Because you
wait, can we stand up? My old man knees are hurting.
You take like what is something that is I mean, this is the expensive knife. It is beautiful.
The Milani Capuco.
Yeah, the Milani is beautiful. If you take a look at the rest, these are like mid-tier knives in terms of price. What's the
but high-tier knives in terms of performance?
Yeah, but what do they all have in common is that they are not among the most beautiful knives.
No, they are extremely functional and for most of all reliable. And I think in the lowest price segment, to like top it all off, in the lowest segment of knives, I don't think the knives are reliable.
Yeah, like
I have to say,
even a $10 Mora, which is a good knife, but not for survival.
But if you go like slightly up to the 100 euros or 80 euros for the Mora Garberg, that sheath to me wasn't 100% reliable. Yeah. I needed to be somewhere that I could replace the sheath because it broke on me. But like the Rocker sheath or the Valknieven F1 sheath, they're just going to be reliable. But you need to go into that make that one step up to that mid-tier price. So I have to say, are they worth it? No, nothing that is at the most expensive part of the spectrum is ever worth it.
It's like, is a Lamborghini worth it? No, not if you're going to the grocery stores for your groceries every day.
And you have to say, well, when is a Lamborghini worth it? Never. If you can pay it and you like the experience.
Exactly, and that's the same with a knife. Like, a Malanica is an amazing knife, but is it worth it if you never use a knife?
No, but if you want a very beautiful, perfect, handcrafted bushcraft knife that will last you a lifetime and probably you can give to generations to come, then it is worth it. But
you have to appreciate it more.
Exactly. So I would say survival knives, are they worth it, the price? No. For bushcrafting, that will be a separate video, because I think in bushcraft it is worth it. Oh. But because it is more specialized. Yeah. But a survival knife, the mid-tier, around 100, between 100 and 200 euros would be probably the sweet spot. I think.
Hey,
my opinion. But who do I know? What do I know?
Something else that I notice. Not many super steels in those knives.
No.
So a lot of people
pay more for that.
Yeah, and I
don't need it in survival.
I hear a lot of people say like, I actually want a knife that is really easy to sharpen. There's something to be said for that. I personally like a knife that stays sharp for a long time. So like 99% of the survival situations, they last 3 days or shorter. After that, you're probably dead or will never be found, in most cases.
Yeah.
And
the knife is the least of your worries.
Yeah. So I would prefer a knife that would stay sharp for 3 days of use, and I think that is achievable with something like a Valknieven F1 COS or something like 80 CRV2, which you are still able to sharpen on a stone if really necessary.
Yeah. So let's be honest, we know nothing about actual survival. No. The only thing we know is that you don't want to die, and if you have a knife that can help you a little with that, that's going to be nice. But I think the modern association that you have with survival and the modern definition is basically going into the wild and having like outdoor, extreme camping. Let's call
it's
it
like
that.
bushcraft without comfort.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And then you want a good companion that can last you.
Yeah.
So,
but Mikkie, one important notice that you mentioned in this video is like, people say the best survival knife is a knife you have with you.
Yeah.
So pick a knife that is reliable, comfortable, and something that is easy enough to bring.
Like that you will have with you.
So that it fits in your backpack or fits in whatever you're traveling with. If you're going on a 4x4 trip, maybe you can pack your big ass machete.
Yeah, or if you're going to go to an island willingly, you want a machete.
Yeah. And maybe if you're going to a very small place with a plane, maybe take your pocket knife because you cannot take anything else.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I'd love to hear your opinion. And so let us know in the comments. And check out the dbkshop.com.
Yeah. And you support us directly. Hey, the giveaway.
And we have a very amazing giveaway. Oh my God.
We are giving away 2 highly rated Falcon Even H1 LMAX thanks to DBK. The newly released TRC Classic Freedom DLC thanks to TRC. A Benchmade Dacian thanks to Benchmade. A Lion Steel B41 thanks to DBK. A Lion Steel Agile thanks to DBK. 10 times the BPS Bushmade 2.0 thanks to BPS and DBK. And 2 times a newly released T-Rex Crawler thanks to Master Fever.
Aber Martin, das ist geweldig. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and see you every Thursday. 1 p.m. PDT. Like, subscribe. Later. Gotta